A pair of $1,200 sandals by Italian fashion brand Prada have been sparking huge debate online. It's because the leather shoes are strikingly similar to India's handcrafted Kolhapuri chappals. Now, the conversation is bringing up questions of authenticity and authorship in fashion and culture. Well, here to explain more is reporter Angelica Silva. Angelica, tell us a bit more about this sandals scandal and how it came about.
Yeah, so this controversy first came about during Milan Fashion Week, which was earlier in July. And it was when Prada debuted their new range of leather open-toe sandals on the runway. And so videos and photos of the models wearing them were posted on social media. And within minutes of seeing those photos, there were hundreds of comments made by people pointing out that they looked exactly like the Kolhapuri chappal. And so this is an Indian traditional handcrafted sandal that's native to the city of Kolhapur in Maharashtra. So this is in the western state of India. And so these sandals, you can find them in markets across India for as little as $10 to $12. Meanwhile, Prada is reportedly selling their sandals for around $1,200.
Wow.
So yeah, a lot of Indians online all over the world have seen this and have accused Prada of not only copying this centuries-old design, but for profiting off of it and profiting off of the artisans in India and the community who have been crafting these sandals for such little money and rely on that money for their livelihoods while, receiving no attribution or credit from big brands like Prada.
So what has Prada said?
Yeah, so surprisingly, Prada has actually responded to all of this backlash online, which it's quite rare to see such a large luxury fashion brand even do that and even have a response. So they posted a statement on their Instagram coming out and saying they actually acknowledge the Indian origins of these sandals. They even said at the very end they're actually in discussions right now with the Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce, so having discussions with them about how they can better involve the artisans in India and the community in the process of creating these sandals and actually rolling them out.
Tell us a bit more about the reaction in India.
Yeah, so the reactions have been quite mixed. I think some of the more common responses I'm seeing are from the Indian diaspora online, where, many of them have come out and said, I used to have those sandals growing up, or my mum had them, or my dad used to wear them. But they're saying, we used to get teased for it. We used to be called things like, you look dirty, you look poor, those sandals make you look like you're a villager. And so I think for those people to have had those sandals and be shamed for it and be made fun of it, to now see that same sandal, being sold by a massive luxury brand, being strutted on the runway and sold for 10 times the price, it's incredibly frustrating, especially for the South Asian community who I fear have this ongoing battle with cultural and commercial appropriation, where they're seeing items from their fashion, their food, their medicine sort of being taken and be made into a big trend online for the Western world, but they're receiving no credit or attribution that, these items come from South Asia and have been there for centuries. So you've got some people who are, reasonably quite angry at this. But then, the responses have also gone to politicians in India as well. There's a member of the ruling party in India, the BJP, who's actually been working with a group of artisans that make these sandals, sort of consulting with them about how they feel about Prada's design and whether they want to take any action. And so together they wrote a letter basically saying that they believe they're accusing Prada of commercial appropriation of these sandals. And so they presented that letter to Prada, and then 2 days later, that's when Prada responded with that statement on that Instagram saying that they're going to work with the artisans in Maharashtra to see how they can get them more involved. So, there's been those two responses, but then you've got some others in India that are saying, isn't this a good thing? Because we're giving a spotlight to this artisan community and now the world knows that they are creating these shoes. So yeah, you've definitely got some mixed responses.
It's so fascinating. Angelica, thank you.
Thanks so much, Yvonne.